Once it's completely rolled out, then the next step is to section everything up. Here, this is the back window area, and keep in mind that the pieces are in sets and mirrored. Now, once everything's set aside and laying flat, it's time to get to the prep phase. The first step is to clean the outside of the windows. Take a highly absorbent microfiber towel and then generously spray not only the window but the area around it. Be sure to wipe down the area around it first, then the window. A lot of sneaky dirt can build up around the outside of the window, so it's very important to get that first, then clean the window last. And once the cleaning process is done, we can get to window tinting, and it's always a good idea to start with the easiest window, and often that is the back window. Grab the pre-cut piece for the back window and take it over to the vehicle. Put the bottom half on the main flat area first, and once it's in position, squeegee in the middle to anchor it in place. Then, if there's any excess material, squeegee it into the middle. These will form what are called fingers. Then take a heat gun on a medium setting and relax the film, then squeegee the tension out towards the edge so the window tint lays flat on the glass. This is critical to relax the film before the install. Once the bottom is flat, pull the piece down and do the exact same steps for the top. Squeegee in the middle, then heat and flatten any excess material on the top edge. The next step is to roll the window down just slightly to leave a gap at the top, because now it's time to clean the inside part of the window. Use a scratchless sponge to go back and forth on the main area to remove any specks of dirt, then spray it with the solution one more time, and then squeegee any dirt down. Roll the window up and do the exact same steps for the bottom half of the window. And now with the inside portion of the window cleaned, then spray it with a slip solution, then come to the outside, peel the liner halfway off the pre-cut piece of window tint, spray the exposed adhesive with a slip solution, then pick it up and over, and then onto the inside portion of the window. It's always a good idea to leave about 1/8 of an inch gap on the top and sides. This is for long-term durability, and there's no need to use a knife to trim it at the very end. Once it's uniform and in position, spray it with a slip solution, then squeegee it side to side. This holds it in position, and then the window can be rolled up. It's always a good idea to clean one more time when the window goes up. Remove the liner, spray the slip solution one more time. Now tuck the corners behind the molding at the bottom. Very important to do this first, because if done properly, this will even out the tension on the entire piece, and then it can simply be squeegeed onto the window. Always squeegee from the top down, and use that corner side of the squeegee to tuck the material safely behind the molding. Once the side of the molding is tucked in, then the last portion is to squeegee the middle section. Now we get to finishing, and go back over the edges with the corner of the squeegee and remove any moisture onto a microfiber towel. Once that section is down, clean the main area of the window and remove any moisture from the side panel of the vehicle. Once everything's dry and clean, clean the outside, and now you can check for any edges that aren't properly sealed. Come back in with the hard side of the squeegee to make sure they're down nice and tight. Give it a final wipe down, and now we're ready for the next pre-cut piece of window tint from our vinyl, and that's for the front window. For the front window, the process is very similar to the back window. Spray the outside to make it wet, place the piece on it, squeegee side to side, and if there's any extra material in the middle, heat it up and work from the inside out. Once the bottom section is flat, roll the window down, but what's different this time is don't pick the piece back up, leave it on the window, and heat the fingers out. Once everything is flat, now clean the inside portion of the window just like the back, roll the liner down just halfway, generously spray the adhesive side of the pre-cut piece of window tint, spray the inside of the window with a slip solution, make sure you get 100% coverage, pick the pre-cut piece up and over, and just like the back window, leave 1/8 of an inch gap at the top. This is again to avoid cutting and helps ensure extra durability. Once it's in the right position and 100% uniform, lock it in with a squeegee stroke at the top, roll the window up, tuck the corner of the tint underneath the molding, then use the tucking tool to pull the rubber back, then tuck the edge of the pre-cut piece underneath the molding at the bottom of the window. And before getting all the way to the other side, stop, tuck the other corner of the pre-cut piece behind the molding, then continue all the way to the edge. With the window tint tucked safely behind the molding at the bottom, then spray the glass one more time and squeegee from the top down. Be sure that there's no moisture left behind. Once everything's been squeegeed out, wipe it down with a highly absorbent microfiber towel, wipe the outside down, and check for any loose edges. Once the side windows are done, now it's time to do the back window. Back windows can take a longer time to clean on the inside, so it's best to clean them first. Spray it down with a slip solution, wipe it down with a towel, squeegee the dirt off, then spray it down one more time and squeegee it again. Cleaning it twice will really help ensure all the dirt is removed. Because the back window is curved, to hold it in place, it's a good idea to make an H shape with the slip solution. Using a paper towel, do a vertical run on the left and the right, and a horizontal right in the middle. Place the rear window piece on the glass, make sure it's even left to right, lock it onto the middle of the H, then to the sides of the H. Once it's squeegeed in place, now it's time to shrink it on. And here we're going to speed it up so you can see the entire process. Be sure to squeegee in small sections, roughly 3-inch, and go from side to side. Try not to go vertically all the way to the edge, because this can build up too many fingers. Be sure to keep the heat gun again on a medium setting to avoid burning the film. Once the bottom section is flat, repeat the exact same steps for the top. When done, the pre-cut piece should be laying 100% flat on the rear window. Now the next stage is to spray the piece with the slip solution, remove the liner, but not all the way, only halfway. Spray the adhesive generously with the slip solution and then lay the liner flat so it covers the adhesive 100%, and do the exact same thing for the other half. It's very important to ensure that there's 100% slip solution between the liner and the adhesive side of the tint, so always spray again if in doubt. Now, roll it up into a tube, starting from one side and working towards the other. At about the halfway point, lift it up and continue rolling, allowing the moisture to drip on the floor, and once the tube is set, clean the inside window one more time in case any dirt built up, then release the adhesive on one side of the panel, set it on one side of the back window, then roll it out to the other side. This style of installing the back window really helps avoid dirt getting transferred onto the adhesive side when taking the tint from the outside, being formed, to the inside where it will be applied. This technique is called the California roll. Once the tint is on the back window, then simply just release the liner from the outside. The release is nice and safe. Then, once it's in the right position, simply squeegee it on in overlapping squeegee strokes. Using the triangle squeegee that comes with the kit from our vinyl is a great tool for these tricky areas which can be hard to reach. And be extra thorough during the squeegeeing process so that no moisture sneaks back underneath the adhesive side of the tint. Now, what's nice about most back windows is there's no molding to tuck the material behind, so this is a straightforward process in terms of squeegeeing and getting the moisture out. Then once all the moisture is out, double check the edges and you're good to go.